Hi guys and welcome to the What If League. Today I'm doing part 2 of the experiment what would happen if Eden Hazard signs for Real Madrid. If you haven't seen part 1, make sure to check out my channel. I am also going to leave a link in the description so you can do that. In the previous save, we saw that he had quite a big impact, and since I didn't check what happened in the Premier League in his absence, that's why I'm starting today with this screen. As you can see, ever since the last save, Manchester City are absolutely dominant, winning every single year, and Chelsea are only getting third place on two occasions. So I would say that he had a very big impact after leaving. Now moving to the Spanish La Liga. The last time we left off it was season 2020-21 where Barcelona were crowned champions 2 points ahead, second place Atletico Madrid with Real finishing third, 4 points adrift the eventual title winners. Let's see what happened in the next year. Barcelona defending their title with a 15 cushion against Real Madrid. This was probably a very comfortable year for the Barcelona team, at least domestically. Let's see. Season number 3 of this video is going. The title is going to the Real Madrid team. You see that they were champions, 6 points above their neighbors from Atletico. Barcelona dropping sixth. This is very interesting. I'm not sure what has caused this drop in form from them. Let's also see what happened in the last year. We see here that Los Blancos were champions with 104 points, so quite staggering. They didn't give any chance to the competition. Barcelona, Atletico, and Valencia completing the top four that year. I'm also just going to quickly check the profile of the competition to see what happened. We can see Gabriel Jesus is now playing for Barcelona. He scored quite a lot of goals, but not as much as Jonathan Caleri from Sevilla. Real Madrid do not have a player to represent them in the top three for goal scorers, but they do have Bernardo Silva, who they bought from Manchester City, and he's second placed in the average rating, only 0.3 points average rating above Eden Hazard, who, as you can see, is third that year. What else is interesting here? Not much. So let's go and check what happened with Eden Hazard. He is now 33 years old. You can see that he's not diminishing at all. He's still a beast of a player. Only his strength is at 8 points, which I'm not sure how much less is than the original value. He's not a really strong player anyway. Let's check his history stats here. You can see this was his best season ever, so he's only getting better with age. This is quite interesting. I did not expect that to happen. So in the last three seasons, 7.85, 7.87, and now 8.03 with 20 goals, 16 assists. So he really influenced games quite a lot. So let me just quickly check Real Madrid screen. Captain is Bernardo Silva, vice captain Thibaut Courtois, both are new transfers. They're still managed by Zidane. This is odd, and apparently Hazard is not the top player. Now let's also have a quick look at the awards section for him. So what did he win? Player of the Year, third place. Supporters Player of the Year the last year. He was Supporters Player of the year before that. Belgium seasonal best 11, Real Madrid seasonal best 11. So not really a lot of individual awards for him, but I think he performed very well and probably was supposed to win something. We'll see also the Ballon d'Or awards in the end of this video. Before I move on to the European competitions, I just want to quickly check what happened on international level with his national team, Belgium. So we are back now at year 2018, and we see that they managed to get to the quarterfinals of the World Cup, where they were defeated by Italy. In the next year, so after the World Cup, they started playing the European League Division A, which they didn't perform quite spectacularly, to be honest. One win, two draws and a loss against Spain, so this is not really a very good performance. Then in the next year European Championship qualifiers, they only lost points in one game against Switzerland at home, where they drew 2-2. Year 2020 brought European Championship, where they did not manage to get out of the groups after two draws and losing against Austria. They had a very easy group, at least in my opinion, against Austria, Switzerland, and Kosovo. I'm surprised they did not manage to qualify. Afterwards, they had to play in the European League Division A, Group 2, and you see that they recorded 3 wins and 1 loss. Again, Spain was the team to beat them. This was for year 2020. Moving to the next year, World Cup qualifiers. They won every single game, with the exception of International League here, where they lost the semi-final on penalties against the Netherlands, and also the third place playoff against Croatia. Year 2022 brought World Cup games where they were crowned world champions. You can see they managed to get out of a group with Cameroon, Japan, and Spain. They did not win against Spain, but a draw was enough. Afterwards, defeating Poland in the second round, Mexico in the quarters, England in the semi-final, and then beating their neighbors Holland, or Netherlands, as I call them usually, 1-0 in the final. Very interesting turn of events, and this was played in Australia. Melbourne Cricket Ground was the host of this memorable final for the Belgium team. We only have a year and a half to go through. So next year, 2023 European Championship qualifiers. You can see that they performed very well, losing 1 game against Norway and drawing with Albania. Overall, I'm sure that they qualified first in their group. And then we have year 2024, which brings European Championships, which have not yet been played because they are after the current date, which is 2nd of June 2024. Now it's time for the European competitions, and as per the tradition, I'm starting with Europa League. Last time we left off, Liverpool were crowned champions after defeating Inter in the final. Then the next season, Arsenal won the All-English final against Chelsea 1-0. Arsenal also defeated Red Bull Leipzig, Feyenoord, and the French Bordeaux on their way to the title. Then in season 22-23, Atletico Madrid won the Europa League after defeating the Ukrainian Shakhtar Donetsk in the final. Atletico also beat Lazio, Lazio, Liverpool, and Bayer Leverkusen on their way to the final. In the final season, the Italian Roma were crowned champions of the Europa League after beating Borussia Mönchengladbach in the final. Roma also defeated Barcelona, Inter Milan, and PSV Eindhoven on their way to this trophy. And now for the most important competition in Europe, the Champions League. In season 2020-21, Bayern Munich were champions. This was the end of part 1 of this experiment. Now in the first year of part 2, Manchester United are champions after beating Monaco in the final. Manchester United also defeated Borussia Dortmund, Real Madrid, and Atletico Madrid on their way to this final. So Eden Hazard probably was part of this fixture in the quarterfinals, but he was not enough to ensure that the Madrid team qualify further. Then in the next season, Arsenal won the Champions League on penalties in an all-London final against their North London competitors of Tottenham. They managed to win after penalties when they finished 1-1 in the regular time. Arsenal also defeated Juventus on away goals in the semis. They defeated Bayern Munich in the quarterfinals and the French Monaco again on penalties. So this was a very, very lucky year for the Gunners. In the last season, Real Madrid were finalists, but they lost to Manchester City 3-1. And considering that Manchester City were champions every single year in England, I would guess that Pep Guardiola is still their manager, although it doesn't say so. We see that they lost 1-3. Real Madrid before that defeated Bayern Munich in the semis. They also passed Sevilla in the quarters and Monaco in the first knockout round, while Manchester City, the crowned champions of Europe, defeated Arsenal on away goals in the semis. Manchester United with a staggering 4-0 on aggregate in the quarters, and Shakhtar Donetsk with an even greater victory 5-0 in the first knockout round. Now, before we finish this video, I just want to quickly check the Ballon d'Or awards to see who won. And we can see that Alexis Sanchez won the first one after his transfer to Manchester City. That's an interesting turn of events. Then Lionel Messi was the winner in the second year, Neymar in the third year with Sanchez second. And then came the era of Kylian Mbappé. So Kylian Mbappé, you can see 3 years in a row, he won the award with Bernardo Silva from Real placed on third place here. Then year 2022, Mbappe, Lemar, and Firmino make up the top three, and in the last year, Dybala and Bernardo Silva were second and third after Kylian Mbappe. This is very, very impressive performance from the French attacker. With that, I think this experiment can be counted as complete. We see that Eden Hazard is a very good player even at 33 years of age, and his influence on games is really not diminishing. Although I'm not sure if it makes much sense to take this experiment any further. If you want me to make another 3-year simulation into the future, please let me know in the comments. Otherwise, I would just end it here. I don't think he would be in a position to win any trophies at this age. We see that Kylian Mbappe is much younger and he is really dominating the awards. On the other end, we see that Bernardo Silva is the key player for Real Madrid, so I'm not sure if it makes any sense. So that's it for this video, guys. If you haven't seen the previous part, make sure you check it in the channel, or also check the link that I'm going to leave in the description. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe if you haven't already to receive notifications for when I upload new videos. In the meantime, you can check out my social media listed in the description of this video. Let me know what you think about this experiment and what would you like to see next. I would love to hear from you in the comments. Until the next time, bye.